So when it says in verse 4 that there were giants, in Hebrew that translates to Nephilim. So the root is Nephal, which means to fall. So were these fallen people? I mean, fallen. So Nephilim, that's the word giant, translates to Nephilim. And so the root of Nephilim means to fall.
Okay.
So it could be the fallen ones.
They are definitely, they're not. So when you say fallen ones, what are you trying to imply?
That's what the giants is saying.
No, I'm saying, what are you trying to imply by that? You should go ahead and say it if you're going to say it. What are you saying it means?
That they were. It just appears that it's like that there's something going on there, because when people talk about.
Let me tell you what a Nephilim is. All right, because let me tell you what a Nephilim is. Nephilim means a tyrant, a bully, a mean man, a rough man, an ungodly man, a bully, a tyrant, an evil man. That's what it means. That's what Nephilim means. There is no reference to an angel being called a Nephilim.
Yes, but if they were sons of... Jonah had a good question. He says, why would the holy line of Sethonite be called fallen ones?
They're not the fallen ones.
That's what it means, though. That's what Nephilim means. The root word is Nephal, and it means to fall when it's taught in reference to giants.
Seth is not the giant.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. That's where it says there was giants in that day.
All right. Listen, I'll put it to you this way. There were giants in the earth. I'm going to deal with this verse. There were giants in the earth in those days, which he tells you at the very end of that verse that they were men of renown. Are we on the same page with that?
Oh, yes, but then we would have to answer Numbers 13:33. You're laughing, but I want to learn.
I'm not laughing. Meg, what you have to do is you have to like stick someplace and exhaust it before you move to the next one.
I know, but this has something to do with it. It ties
All
it
right.
together.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do this. Go ahead. Numbers what?
Oh, I'm in Nehemiah. Numbers chapter 13. 33.
Okay. All right, where do you want to go?
33. It says, and there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, as so we were in their sight.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? They were small?
No, it said they were giants. It said they were giants.
Yeah, they were giants, but it made them look like grasshoppers in comparison to these people.
Okay, so let's go along with that. Okay, let's say that these were just giants. Where do you see angels in here?
I don't see angels, but what were they? If they look like grasshoppers to normal men, how big were these people then?
They could have been Goliath size. They could have been like Goliath. Goliath was a man of stature. Was he not?
Yes. How big was he though?
I don't. What was he? What did the Bible say he was? Not. I don't know. I forgot what it says, but he was a big man, a huge man, like we see today.
Yeah, but to make them look like grasshoppers?
You think that they really look like grasshoppers? You think?
No. I'm not literal grasshoppers. No,
I know not literal grasshoppers.
But in comparison, smaller.
But you're believing that they were so big that the men below them look like grass. So they were tall as pyramids. Let's say.
No, I don't think they were tall as pyramids.
I mean, we're gonna talk about this. Let's talk about it.
No, I don't think that. Maybe like 9 or 10 feet.
But Meg, here's the thing. We started this whole thing with these angels.
Yeah.
So forget the size of the giants for a minute, or forget that they were men of prominence. Where does the angels fit into this?
They don't.
That's what I'm trying to get at. The size of these men, who they were, men of renown, and frankly, it was a combination of the two, because these men were great men. They were big men. They were, warriors. They were, like I told you, they were tyrants. They were scary. That's what Nephilim means. You want to look that up while we're here?
What?
You want to look up what it means, what giants actually means.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't see bullies or giant or tyrants or anything like that? I find it hard to believe if you didn't.
Yeah, but hold
on. Did you see that?
No, I did. I looked up the word, like, what is it? What did giants translate to? And then it said Nephilim.
Well, Nephilim is the Greek word. I'm asking about what it means. I mean, that's the Hebrew word. I'm asking about what it means.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay, well, look it up, because you're on one right now. So let's do it. You want to look it up?
I'm going to.
All right.
So it says the Hebrew term for giants is Nephilim. It says the first mention is in Genesis 6:4 before the flood. Root nafal means to fall, so fallen ones. So it's described as mighty men or men of renown. It's also mentioned in Numbers 33:3. But then there's Rephaim. That's another term for giants. It's a race of giants after the flood that was in Canaan. And then there's the Anakim, which is another word for giants. It was descendants of Anak, and they were seen as giants by the spies in Numbers. But then there's another one, Eminim and Zamzumin in Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 10. And these were ancient people of giant stature. So, yeah, all of those names for giants. But the meaning in scripture is very large, tall, and strong people groups, physically intimidating, often enemies of Israel.
You just choose the word intimidated. What did I say? Bullies and tyrants.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, thank you. So there's no big giants and people doing nonsense. There's just
angels having sex with women.
Yeah, no. Well, angels, they were like, they don't have body parts like that. I mean, if I could compare them to anybody, like human wise, they would be eunuchs, in my opinion. But
right.
Okay.
Somebody says Shaquille O'Neal could have been seen as a giant in the eyes of Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But she's right.
That's good. But I do want to go back to the difference between Hades.
All right, then go ahead. Tell us what it is.
Because Hades, like I said in Revelation, where it says the dead will give up. The sea will give up the dead and Hades and put both in the lake of fire in Revelation. But you mentioned something about his body. So that's what kind of confused me. So when somebody unalives, their body goes to the grave, but their spirit is going somewhere, because we are made eternal creatures, because there is no one gets eternal bodies until the second coming. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, and then those people are going to get their for us, glorified bodies. For others, they're going to get their eternal bodies, and they're going to go to lake of fire, and then we're going to go into eternity. Right?
So when people die who are unsaved, where does their spirit go?
Hades.
Where does their body go?
To the ground.
What is the ground called in the Bible?
Sheol.
No, that's what it is in Hebrew. What is it in Greek?
Hell.
No. Here's the thing. See, here's the problem.
I guess I'm just why do they have all those names? Why can't they just? Why do they mean different things?
No, what I'm asking you is this. You started this path, this detour,
Huh?
speaking about and telling me that hell is not the grave, or that Hades is not the grave. Forget the word hell for a second.
No, you said Tartarus.
Wait, hold on for a second. I know what I said. Just hold on for a second. Hades, Tartarus, and Gehenna. So now, here's what I'm asking you. That's all there is in the Bible. Those three words that refer to, two refer to the afterlife and one refers to the grave. Now you're saying that Hades also refers to where you go when you die unsaved. Or are you saying that everybody goes there? So here's my question. Is Hades where the body goes, and is Hades also the place where disembodied spirits go?
I would say that Hades.
No, it's not. It can't be what you say. I want you to just tell me what it is. What is it to you?
Hades is where the spirit goes. The body.
So where does the body go?
In the ground.
Do you get what I'm saying about the grave? So when we read in the scriptures about men being buried, it refers to them as being put in the grave. And grave has always been interpreted in the Greek as Hades. So let me ask you a question. Sheol in the Old Testament. What is it? What is Sheol?
The grave.
So the saints in the Old Testament, when they died, their bodies were put in the grave, or was their body and spirit put in the grave? Which is Sheol.
Their body.
So where did their spirit go?
To Hades.
But we just said, so in the New Testament, to find consistency between the dead saints in the Old and the New. All right. You're saying that in the New Testament, Hades is a place where the souls
where was
go.
Lazarus then?
Hold on for a second. Where the souls go and where the body goes. Because hold on for a second. Because here's what you're saying. Because you just said that in the Old Testament, Sheol is the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now. So what is the equivalent in the New Testament? In Greek, what is the equivalent of the grave?
The same.
How is grave translated in the New Testament?
The same.
It's not translated Sheol, because Sheol is Hebrew, not Greek. But you said it's the grave. You said it's the grave.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So here's what I'm saying. So if Sheol is the grave, what is its counterpart? What is the Greek counterpart in the Greek New Testament?
I don't know.
Because this will answer a lot of problems, a lot of questions.
I don't know. The only thing that I know is from the rich man and Lazarus, right? Because he looked up and he looked up and he talked to Abraham.
It said he was in hell, which is the grave. But he lifted up his eyes, being in torment. And he was not in paradise.
No, because there was a gulf that was separating the two.
Right. So here's what I'm saying. When the rich man died, he was put into the grave. But he lifted up his eyes. His spiritual being was in torment. And so what I'm saying is that he was in the place where tormented souls go.
Okay, so that's just like asking on the other side of the fence if when we unalive, our bodies are gonna go where?
That's what I'm asking you.
Into the grave, in the ground.
Right, in the grave. And that's what
our
we call
spirit is gonna go be with the Lord. We won't have glorified bodies yet. No one does. No one has.
We're not talking about glorified bodies. We haven't even gotten there yet. We haven't even started down that path yet. So what I'm trying to get at is what does Hades translate into? So because to me, I'm trying to, because I know you know how to research things out. That's why we're here now. So what I'm trying to understand is if Hades, it is either the grave or for the body, or it is where the disembodied tormented soul is, or it's a combination of both. Which is it?
I don't know.
All right, then I think.
I just looked this up. So the Greek term for grave in the New Testament is Hades.
Really?
Yes.
The Greek term in the New Testament is Hades.
Yes.
Isn't that what I've been saying?
No.
Well, what have I been saying?
You said Tartarus.
I said Tartarus was a grave.
Yeah, that's why I even brought this.
I never said that.
You said
I've never
Tartarus.
said.
Okay, so what did you say about Tartarus?
No, I'm asking you. You tell me what I said Tartarus was. Because this is what
you
started
said
this whole
Tartarus is where unbelievers go. You said Tartarus is where unbelievers go when they unalive.
But you just now said that but Meg, you just said that I said Tartarus was a grave.
Yeah. Tartarus is the lake of fire.
No, it's not. It's no.
Hold on.
People go to Tartarus that are unbelievers.
Hold on, please stop for a second.
Okay.
Stop for a second. What are you saying? What are you saying that Tartarus? It doesn't matter what I said it was. What are you saying Tartarus is?
Tartarus is a place for that's not created for humans.
Okay, so where does the disembodied spirit of a believer go?
Hades.
What is Hades?
The grave.
So the grave is the place where disembodied spirit goes and where the body goes. Because that's what you just said.
My question is, how can the body go there?
Go where?
So are you saying that Hades and the ground are the same thing?
Is Sheol in the grave the same thing?
Grave. Sheol is grave or realm of the dead in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, Hades is
wherever. Hold on. Wherever the Old Testament folks who went to Sheol are, there are New Testament folks that go to the same exact place. We're talking about language difference here.
Yeah. So they go
So
to hell.
Sheol is the grave. That's clear.
Yes.
That's clear. And that's
So
talking about
it's the unseen realm of the dead.
No, it's not. Sheol and Hades, respectively, is the place where you are buried, the ground, 6 feet under, the grave.
So they call it Hades?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hades.
Okay. I get it. I got it.
Now, but here's the problem. Because I'm not sure you got it yet, but I want to deal with it, and we will finish with this because this took me off. So here's what we need to understand. When a person dies, every person, prior to the Lord Jesus Christ coming back, when a person dies, there is a separation of their body from their soul or their spirit. One goes to one place, the other goes to another. Neither one of them can go to Gehenna because that doesn't happen until Christ returns. So that leaves us. Sheol is the Hades version, the Hebrew version of Hades, or the Hebrew version of Hades. So now that leaves us with in the New Testament, Hades and Tartarus. Unless there's a different perspective. The issue is, or is there, I don't know, soul sleep?
Believe in that.
So then where does the disembodied soul of the wicked go, and where does the disembodied soul of the righteous go? And where does the body go?
Now or then?
Now, before Christ returns, where are people, where are dead sinners and dead saints now?
I believe the saints are with Christ.
Yeah, they are. I agree with that. They are, for sure. They are.
Wait a minute, because you just confused me because I thought Gehenna was where
That's when Christ returns.
okay, well you just kind of I think said Tartarus was.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I really do think you kind of did flip it up because I literally had to look back at my book. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute, because I just wanted to like get you, because there's a lot of flip flopping in here and it can be just nothing bad about it. You just kind of got the two flipped up with the words right then. That was it. No, just correct.
What did I get? I know, but what did I get flipped up?
Like when you said Tartarus was. It's like whatever Tartarus is, you was saying that was Gehenna and Gehenna was Tartarus. And so I was like, wait a minute, nope, that ain't right. But Gehenna is the everlasting fire, right?
Yes.
And Tartarus is where it's kept until judgment.
So they go to Tartarus.
That's funny. All right.
Be
All right,
quiet, Jonathan. So they
No, I'm not saying, Jonathan, I literally, like, you said it and I was like, what?
No, I didn't say that. I would never say that. Put it this way.
I'm not saying you meant to.
All right. I said it. Okay. I
It's
said
okay.
that. Oh, okay. I said it. If I said it, I said it. Okay. Tartarus is not where the righteous go. It's not where the righteous go. It's where the unrighteous go. Spirit only, the intermediate state for the wicked. And this is what I was stating, where the abyss, where people go and be tortured. This is where the rich man was. And the conversation started by saying that no, he didn't go there. He went to Hades, which I said was the grave. I said Sheol was the grave. I said Hades was the grave. I said Tartarus is a place for disembodied spirits who are not saved, the unrighteous, the wicked. I said Gehenna, which I didn't really get to, but that's the place where the wicked go, both body and soul, together after the resurrection. To be clear.
Can I ask a question real quick so I can,
Sure.
for my notes? All right, so I'm going to give you the word. Just give me the exact definition. So Hades is what?
The grave.
All right, Sheol is what?
The grave.
Tartarus is what?
The abyss.
And Gehenna is what?
Where the body, where the wicked go, body and soul combined after resurrection.
Okay, thanks.
Lake of fire, correct?
Right. So the lake of fire is when the resurrection takes place. The resurrection of the just and the unjust. The unjust, when they are resurrected, they're going to be, their body and their spirits are going to be put right back together, and they're going to be cast into the lake of fire, Gehenna, which is what Jesus was talking about in Matthew 10 through 28 through 32. And the righteous in body and soul are going to be with the Lord. So the issue that Meg and I were talking about is who goes to Tartarus. She said men did not go there. They don't go there. That's only for angels, which is an argument that a lot of people make.
So in Jude 1, where it says, Jude 1:6, it says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under the darkness unto the judgment of the great day." So do those fallen angels, are they in the same place that unbelievers are?
Yes. Yes, that's where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm open to hear an alternative view and perspective. And maybe I should just focus on this for the next study, on this one. And be clear. I thought I was, but maybe I wasn't.
Tartarus?
But here's the thing. How about this? How about we look at this and we come back? I'll pick a day next week and we'll deal with this particular subject, just this subject. Because my purpose in dealing with this today was to bring hopefully some illumination to this situation from some of the responses that we got. So that being said, I think I'm going to have to do something that is specifically dedicated to this. But see, the problem is we go through a lot of different things because here's the thing. So Meg, let's say what was your original perspective?
Was Tartarus?
Wait a minute, hold on. You're saying that hell was a place of torment, right?
Yes, that's different.
Hades.
Yes.
All right. So if Hades was a place of torment, you read First Peter 3:18 through 20 that says Jesus went to hell. Do you really believe that happened?
No. What do you mean in 1 Peter?
Okay, 1 Peter. You read the passage.
22?
1 Peter. Hold on. 1 Peter, verse 19. 1 Peter 3, by which he also, meaning Christ, went and preached unto the spirits in prison. What's the prison?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do not know. I think that we should study it together. I would have to look it up. I don't know. I would have to do some research on it.
Well, you just read, hold on for a second. You just read Jude. Describe what happened to the angels that were put into the abyss there. What happened to them?
It says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day."
So if you read that kind of language, where do you think they are?
I think they're in I think they're in Tartarus.
No, forget it. No. What I'm saying is this. we're focusing on 1 Peter for a second. It says Jesus went and preached to the spirits in prison. You just described people or angels who were chained up in the abyss. Am I right?
That's what it says in the scripture.
Does that sound like prison language to you? In Jude.
Yeah.
You being honest with me?
Yeah. Because it says he has reserved an everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
All right. So let's go to Revelation real quick. And we'll finish with this here.
This is really interesting. But
So Revelation, it says, an angel came down from heaven, had the key to the bottomless pit. What did I call the bottomless pit?
the abyss.
The abyss. The abyss.
Uh-huh.
What is Tartarus?
Tartarus.
What is it?
Yes.
The abyss.
The abyss. Yes. There was a key to this bottomless pit, this abyss. And this angel had a great chain in his hand, like you just read in Jude, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm curious, because when you talk about the
Hold on. And this angel, laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and bound him for 1,000 years. Cast him into the bottomless pit, the abyss. Shut him up, set a seal, so that he could deceive the nations no more, blah, blah, blah. And go on. Does that sound like prison language to you?
yes, that's what I was going to ask. Was so Tartarus is the prison and you just broke it down because he was bound,
Yeah,
and chained up. So
exactly.
that's prison language for me.
Right. So now, when we go back to 1 Peter 3, let me get here. Verse 20. I think that's verse 19. It says that Jesus Christ went and preached to the spirits in prison. So is that where Christ went to preach? Meg, I'm asking you. Meg,
I'm thinking.
did Jesus Christ go to the abyss and preach?
No.
Then where did he go? What does he mean here in 1 Peter 3, verse 19?
I don't know.
All right.
Because even if you go to, like, it gets more with Romans chapter 10:7. It says, or who shall descend into the deep? But some people